I've had some students ask me questions about the presentation, so I want to give you some information about it real quick to answer all your questions, hopefully. The class schedule shows you where and who needs to turn in what. So I break everything down by groups. Group 1, you see here, is expected to do a presentation on Chapter 1. Okay. The interview group 7 is going to be doing an interview. Now, don't worry about this as far as the interview. We're going to work on the presentation first. Then you can go to group lists, and you'll see that group 1, first person listed is Patricia. Patricia is, by default, number 1, she is the group communicator. Patricia needs to work with the group, Fidel, Brandy, and Ernest, to disseminate the Chapter 1 pages. I don't remember how many pages are in Chapter 1. Let's say there's 20. It would be easier if Patricia just sends out an email and says, hey, everybody, I'm going to do the first 5 pages. Fidel does the second, Brandy does the third 5, and Ernest does the last 5 of the chapter. And here's a PowerPoint that I use. Let's use that as our background, our basic PowerPoint. If everybody agrees with that, let's just go do it. That's the only thing that you have to do as far as a group for your presentation. Everything else is individual. So individually, you're going to look at those 5 pages that you have, and you're going to pick out the most interesting 3 or 4 to you, and you're going to build a PowerPoint. The first slide of your PowerPoint will be your name, what part of the chapter that, just an overview, what part of the chapter that you're going to be talking about, maybe the pages, I don't care, but it tells me what you're doing. And then the rest of the slides, you're going to be talking about those 3 or 4 things that you want to talk about that are important to you. Remember, I want more than 3.5 minutes, and I want less than 5. If you go over, that's fine. If you go under, I'm going to ding you a little bit. So just get in that sweet spot, and because you're going to have to learn how to do that when you do presentations. The slides should have a main topic at the top, and then bullet points that you want to use to explain that main topic. What I would do is I'd use the slides to take notes and put all the verbiage that you want to talk about on a slide, and go through the whole 3 or 4 things you want to talk about with a lot of information on the slide, and then save it, and then go back and take all the verbiage out that you don't want to use. I don't want you to read everything from the slide. That's one thing that I want you to get out of this practice, is that don't read everything from the slide. What you want to do is use a bullet point that has a few words that remind you about what you want to talk about. Then you talk about that. Please don't read your saved all that information. You need to learn how to paraphrase things and time yourself. So that will take a little bit of practice. But I really can't see you spending more than a couple hours on this exercise unless you've never used PowerPoint. And I'm sorry, if you've never used PowerPoint, now's the time to learn how to use it. What happens if you just don't want to use PowerPoint? Okay, I am open to Prezi, any other, you want to do a video presentation, which this is, that's great, but you've got to give me some kind of visual aid, all right? Usually people use Prezi if they don't want to use PowerPoint, but make it easier on yourself. Just use PowerPoint. I want to make sure that you do your own PowerPoint. Do not have one person do all the PowerPoints and give them out to everybody. This is an individual effort after you to figure out who's going to do what and what the background is on your PowerPoint is going to look like. Okay, hopefully I've answered some questions. Re-listen to this video if you don't understand it. And then if you just really don't understand it, remember, my office hours are pretty much all day. You can send me a text and I will answer your question, but I will ask you the secret number of the video. And this number is 99. The reason I do that is because, hard to believe, people say, oh, I've already listened to the video, and they haven't. And then when I say, hey, what's the number of the video? They go, I don't know. So If you've listened to this video, just tell me 99, and then I will answer all of your questions. If not, I'm going to point you back to this video. Okay, thanks. Have a great day, and I am here to help. So there you go. Bye.